If you're struggling to live your desired life, the life of your dreams, a life that's thriving, a life that's flourishing, I am going to show you how to live the life of your dreams. And it all starts with one simple thing: love the life you see. I know. How can I get the life that I dream of? How can I get the life that seems so far away from me? With this one concept: love the life you see. You know, everything starts with the imagination, how you think. This is why God is on us constantly in the Word about our thoughts and our thinking. And he's always giving us something to imagine. This is why he told Abraham, hey, go outside, look up and count the stars. He was impressing an image in his mind to see himself as a father of many nations, because his life presently said absolutely not. It said everything opposite. You know, your wife barren, you're old, everything is against you, the odds are against you. But God is so miraculous, okay, that in a moment he can change your life. But you got to get into agreement with the vision. You got to get into agreement with the thoughts, and you got to marinate in the idea, right? You got to buy into the dream. And Abraham bought into the dream that God presented, okay? God presented, you're going to be a father of many nations. And Abraham had the choice to choose, I'm going to buy into that dream. So, you got to start with loving the life you see. You got to buy into the dream. You have to buy into the future of what God has for you. And it all starts with you, okay? So this is how you do it. And it comes from Philippians chapter 4, verse 8. And I'm reading it in the Passion Translation. It says, keep your thoughts continually fixed on all that is authentic and real, honorable, and admirable, beautiful and respectful, pure and holy, merciful and kind, and fasten your thoughts on every glorious work of God, praising him always. So how can you get to that dream life? How can you get to that desired life? We just answered it by the word of God. You need to think on things that are above. That's in another version. Think on things that are lovely. Think on things that are honorable. Think on things that are of a good report. Think on things that are in the direction of where you're going, okay? The life that you're living right now, presently, okay? This is not the real thing. I know it feels real, and it is real, but you have to believe in something bigger than where you are, okay? Thinking good thoughts is free. It doesn't take money. It doesn't take money. It doesn't take things to think on good things, okay? How can you begin to love the life you see? It starts in your imagination. It starts in what you think and what you put your mind on. If you begin to envision yourself in a new space around different people, you know, walking in your full purpose, and you sit with that daily, and you keep seeing yourself in this arena, you keep seeing yourself happily married, you keep seeing yourself as a mother, even though the doctors are telling you it's impossible, even if you've had several failed IVFs, even if, you know, you keep getting knocked down every time you're going to go to the bank for a loan to start that business. The more you begin to think about it, right? That you already have it. It's already yours. Mark 11:24. Whatsoever you pray, believe, and you shall receive it, right? So whatever you believe that you have and you think on constantly, guess what's going to happen? It has to be pulled down from the spirit. It has to manifest. If you begin to see yourself as healed and whole and believing and buying into the dream of the future that God has for you, guess what's happening? You're working with God. You're releasing your faith. That is what loving, right? Or love the life you see is all about, okay? That is about releasing your faith. Releasing your faith. And it's easy to release your faith when you think the right thoughts, when you believe the right things. The life you're living, if it is counter to the word of God, right? That is a counterfeit life. A life of peace, a life of joy, a life of multiplication, a life of plenty. And plenty and abundance has nothing to do with things, has nothing to do with amassing worldly things. That's an internal thing. That is a kingdom thing, right? Right. So you can begin to love the life you see by the thoughts you think and what you meditate on and what you give your attention to. Because what you give your attention to will grow. Whatever you give your attention to will magnify. So if you continue to think about, my life is horrible, nothing works out for me, I'll never do this, I'll never do that, guess what? You're right. You're right. You are right. Whatever you believe will happen, will happen. If you believe that there are no good men or good women out there and, there's no one for me to marry, you're absolutely right. If you believe you're not worthy of a certain love coming into your life and you feeling safe and you flourishing and being happily married, you're absolutely right. Whatever you believe, you will receive. Okay? So love the life you see. Begin to imagine the things that you're hoping for. Begin to imagine the life, okay, that's bubbling up in your heart and in your spirit. And partner with God in that creation by using your thoughts and by using your words. Because whatever you think will come out of your mouth, okay? Because you can't get around that. If you want to know what anyone really believes, listen to what they say. Listen to what they say. God has incredible things in store for you. Don't come into agreement with this particular moment in your life. Dream big. Shoot for the stars. Shoot for the moon. Shoot for the galaxies, right? Stretch yourself and your faith and watch God do the rest. I love you, family. Be blessed.